Alrighty there, let me make sure my audio is working. It looks like we're good to go. Hey everybody, happy Thursday. It is a good football Thursday here, and Bitcoin is still coming back down. At this point in time, Bitcoin is down about $2,000 on the day. It has not been an easy drop like we talked about. It has definitely been bumpy. But if you guys have been striking those pops, you guys have generally been making some good money here on the short, so that has been some good news for all of us. Hey, Map, happy to see you, my man. Villa, happy to see you as well. I mean, what do I got to say, guys? I wasn't planning on streaming right now. I was going to stream around like 3 o'clock to 4 o'clock right before the football game so I could head out and go watch it with a couple buddies. But what's happening right now? What's happening right now? Bitcoin's coming down, so it's time to talk. All because of some job numbers leading us to some concerns about a recession and people freaking out a little bit about this. I wouldn't say it's a major freak out moment, but if everything's kind of bearish right now, this is just going to make those bearish moves just a little bit more dramatic, right? So that's kind of the goal of what we're going to be talking about here today. You know, we're making money as Bitcoin goes down because we do have those shorts open, if you know, at least depending on what you guys are doing. And if you guys have been looking for those dips over the past few months, this is probably some of those dips you guys have been looking for. That being said, we all kind of just want to see Bitcoin go up after we buy, and it is not one of those days, of course. So what we're going to do is first give Loki a treat here. I'm going to give him half a treat versus a full treat. Okay, so you guys can enjoy. Excuse me. Sit. Sit. I don't know why soft speaking does not get the hey, down. Soft speaking does not get the results you're looking for. All right, now he's sitting down. Now I can go like, okay, good boy. Yep. All right. Well, there we go. Loki's had his treat for the day. He actually hasn't. Oh yeah, what do you call? It's like 1 o'clock my time, and he hasn't had a treat all day. He's probably pissed off at me, but he doesn't get treats all the time. The way I think about it, it's when he eats his lunch around like 11:30, and he gets to have like lamb. Lamb is a treat that other dogs don't get to get, right? So let's hop on board here for today. Do a little bit of technical analysis, and then we're just going to be breaking down all the news going on so you guys understand what's going on. It'll basically be some CNBC stuff, private payrolls, the actual video describing what happened, and then, of course, more technical analysis so we kind of break down what's going on right now. Because, going back to that daily chart, I know we talked about this yesterday in this breakdown moment that we were looking for. We broke down below it last night, but it wasn't really a clear just pushing down effect, right? It was just more of a let's break down, then let's come back up a little bit, but let's not, let's make some lower highs here. And that's all we've really been seeing over the past few hours is different levels of lower highs here, and it's really been giving bull trap after bull trap after bull trap after bull trap. And again, what did we talk about? We talked about when momentum crosses back down here, that's usually not the time to be buying, and you can see realistically it's been doing okay. We tried to have momentum do a move over here, and it did okay, but when the change of character came in, the move was pretty much over, which kind of sucked here. So I was hoping for something a little bit better than that. Now, again, let's zoom out a little bit here. Weekly chart. We already had the engulfing candle, which we talked about. Now we're looking at a potential of trying to just hold this little bit of a, I don't know, blowhorn, whatever you want to call it, kind of similar to what we're seeing right here, there. Are we going to have a chance to break out? It doesn't look like it at this point, just because that weekly chart still remains very, very bearish. The next level of support that we really have to deal with, it looks like, is close to around $52,000 to $53,000. Not the best, of course, to be looking forward to that, but that seems to be the next big buying level for people. My big concern is now that the 50-week moving average has come pretty darn close, it's not going to be impossible for Bitcoin to really start crushing down here and going back below 50,000. That's the big concern I see. We'll have to wait and see if it actually happens, but people are most likely still going to be looking to short right now and play those moves back down to the low 50s. For me, I already have those shorts open. I've kind of showed them to you a couple times. I don't really feel like I want to be adding more to my positions. If anything, as you guys know, I've been kind of scaling out of these positions here because I don't like the way the charts have looked coming down. And this is why I bring you back down to like the 1 hour chart here. Let's get out of this. In fact, let's pull this over here. Let's make this minimal, and there you guys can see what I'm talking about. So over the last few, like a week or so, when we've been having these larger moves down, I think I get lucky when we actually have a pretty substantial move like this, where we tilt over, you see all the selling signs, and basically it looks like this with the candles, right? Sell sign right there, plus momentum is actually on your side right there, following the 4-hour chart, also getting more bearish around here. So in reality, you're pretty much taking that short right there off the breakdown, and you have a beautiful move on top of that. As of late, since then, you know, we have this drop, then we have a really nice spike, and then we come back down. Nice little pop back off here. These have been frustrating traders as far as I've seen on different chat groups and whatnot. And your job is to attack these types of pops, just like yesterday. What did we talk about? Well, I told you guys here, don't buy. I told you guys here, don't buy. And that's because you see these moves bring you back down over and over and over again. But even last night, or excuse me, I should say this morning, this is this morning, yeah, 6 o'clock, the market opened up. We went high for a while. Like imagine shorting right here, and all of a sudden it goes up 1%. So if you're up 10%, you know, you lose a little bit of money, and then it starts to go back down. You might panic, or you might have a stop loss right here, and that stop loss gets triggered. That's why this has been so much of a difficult type of market to trade here. Those stop losses have been getting burned time and time again, which is more of a lesson here that you just got to be careful. And, you know, instead of, if you short right here or anywhere over here, have that stop loss a little bit up here, because your price target is going to be way down here in the low 50s. That's the way you guys got to view it right now. Again, I like this type of thing, especially because when you do have these big pops out of nowhere, maybe on a 1-hour chart, nothing crazy, but something on a 1-hour chart, what it does is it opens up some really good opportunities to short for altcoins. So you guys know I usually put the majority of my capital into altcoins, as far as like, hey, if I'm doing a $500 trade on a meme coin, I'm going to have like a $5,000 trade on a Bitcoin or Ethereum, that type of play. So when I see whiff right here, I know we talked about this yesterday, but whiff still remains great opportunity to buy these pops. So when it pops up right over here, you are generally going to be looking for, let's say, the 1-hour chart, just to make it easier for us. And let's put that on so you guys can see it gently. There you go. You can short right here. That ended up making good money. Short right here. A little bit of iffiness. You didn't get stopped out, but it went back up. But it wasn't fun, of course. But again, then the profit still comes to you. So I'm still looking at some of these altcoins here, and I'm just like, man, these are giving you some great returns. Again, let's say you just right from here to here, that's about 3.5%. That's beautiful. From here to about here, let's say if you go back to the order block, 8%. Let's say you go back over here to this level of support, 5%. That's great for just holding for about a day. Again, 20 to 30 hours, that's basically what the market is giving us right now. You can try to hold on longer than that, but usually we're going back up for a minor pump, and then, you know, you might as well sell high, buy back low, and then of course, you know, rinse and repeat there. Or you could even do a reversal trade where you kind of ride the wave back up. But for me, I think I'm enjoying just these basic day trades here. Let me hop out of here very fast. You can see Bitcoin trying to get pushed back down right now. And let's put this back over here. We got a small level of support, but Bitcoin, yeah, we're just not seeing that love there as far as good moves, good strength, good support. Everything is to the bearish side. And again, everybody can see it's bearish. It's just that, you know, we kind of have to wait for it to follow through here. And what Bitcoin's at 56,000, we already broke down below 56,000 too. So we went to like 55,800. 56 doesn't even matter right now. Might have a line here just, you know, just to have one, but it'll be around 55,000 at this point. 55,000, there we go. So that'll be another level we're looking at, especially if we decide to wick back down below this trend line here. And this trend line isn't too important, it's something temporary. In fact, we might have already broken down below it. Let me see. Yeah, we just broke down a few minutes ago, actually, here. This morning we broke down below it. And so what we're doing right now is just trying to retest it. Yeah, a little bit of retesting going on. Maybe a double bottom. But again, that 55,000 is important because since technically this is a daily look right here, you know, we can wick down below it, but we have to just close above this line to make it worth it. Because if we do manage to break out above this, it's game on back to like $62,000, $65,000. Probably 62, of course. And that's where the fun goes. But again, we have to break out, and right now we're breaking down, so not as likely. So I was looking to see before I went online, you know, or streaming with you guys, is there any news that says what's going on here on the crypto exchanges or the crypto websites? Not really. You get the basic kind of churn of, you know, like we're going to promote this product, promote this company, promote this company. A little bit of clickbait up here with Trump and his sons, I guess they are. But yeah, nothing really going on here. This is what's happening. So tomorrow we have the Friday jobs report for August, and it's going to be huge. Here's what to expect. People are maybe freaking out about this a little bit more, and that goes over here because The market's down a little bit right now. Nasdaq's up. Nasdaq's had a really rough week, so I think it's okay that it bounces a little bit here. But August private payrolls rose by 99,000, the smallest gain since 2021, and far below estimates, ADP says. So basically, companies hired just 99,000 workers, less than the downwardly revised 111,000 in July, and below the consensus forecast for 140,000. So basically, what's been going on here is, I'm not going to say the government's lying, but the government has been very bad at figuring out how many jobs are being created in this economy. Like, historically bad. There's not many jobs being created. Again, $99,000 workers last month. That's not good. So what we're going to do is we're going to listen to a CNBC video here very fast. I'm going to see if I can zoom in on this just a little bit here. I think that'll do the job. And it's like 5 minutes long, but we're just going to worry about the first initial like minute and a half or something like that, so we have an idea of what's going on here. Okay, so let's close this up. Let me put my headphones on here so I can actually hear what's going on. Oh my God, I can hear my voice every time I talk. We have to change that. Mic monitor is down. Oh, now I can't hear my voice. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. All right, now I'm going to make sure I can hear, and there we go.
Right now we've got ADP numbers out, and Steve Leisman has those. Let's get right over to Steve.
Becky, thanks. Just 99,000. ADP reporting that private payrolls for the month of August rose by just 99,000. That's against an estimate of 140,000. It's the lowest level reported by ADP since 2021. Goods sector up 27,000. Not really that bad for the goods sector, but service sector not doing its part.
All right, so right here, you can see total private payroll jobs, 99,000, goods producing 27, service providing 72. Service providing is usually the strong one, and non-farm payrolls estimate 161,000 here. So definitely not meeting expectations right now. Definitely not meeting those expectations.
Just up 72,000. All of this is against the payroll estimate for Friday of 161,000. We'll see how confident economists and forecasters are in that forecast as the day goes by. July was revised down by 11,000 to 111,000 from 122,000. Where were the jobs and where weren't they?
He'll explain this in a second. Look at that. Small businesses are laying off people right now. Medium is still growing the fastest, and large is small. Remember, you're seeing a lot of large companies do those large 1,000+ layoffs right now, 1,000+ people. Medium-sized companies are the ones that seem to be still growing a little bit, and those are the ones that usually rely on some type of debt. So perhaps when the rates come back down and it's easier to acquire debt with lower interest rates, you may actually see medium startups and stuff, or even small startups, start to grow a little bit more, while large companies maybe do some a little bit more mass layoffs. It's really a sector by sector type of thing.
Well, small business did not do very well in this month, down by 9,000. You can see right there. Medium okay at 68,000. Large businesses greater than 500 employees up by 42,000. By industry, there's education, health services at the top again, but not as strong as it's been. Construction, okay, 27, but in that goods sector, it was manufacturing that took off the 8,000. Financial activities, okay, but professional and business services down by.
I mean, there we go, right there. Manufacturing jobs are like the middle class jobs, basically. A lot of blue collar work where you can get some really good money, maybe a union job or something like that. Manufacturing is losing jobs. Professional biz services losing jobs. Financial activities up, construction up, education, health services up. See right here, these top two are usually subsidized by the government, so that's why they still are growing right now. It'll be interesting to see what happens when these things catch up to where everything else is. Because remember, states and cities have their own budgets. They have to, if they're losing money because they don't have as much taxes, they're going to have to adjust how they spend money, which means less of these jobs going out, which, you know, the cycle continues on and on and on.
16,000. Looking at this data on wage gains, unchanged at 4.8% year over year for job stayers, 7.3% for job changers. We don't know, because we don't have the series going back pre-pandemic, where the right level is, but it looks like we have, at least for a couple months here, bottomed out at this, what do you call it, relatively high, but much lower than it had been in terms of the wage gains that were out there. Becky, this adds to I don't know, some concern out there about the economy from yesterday's Beige Book. They said consumer spending ticked down in most districts. Only 3 districts reported, of the 12 districts of the Federal Reserve, reported any increase in business activity. So there seems to be a gathering weakness here. How much deterioration? Well, we'll see at 8:30 with jobless claims, and again tomorrow in the BLS payroll report.
And there we go, right? So things are not looking that good, and it all goes back to the fact that, again, the government has done such a bad job of giving us correct data. And every time they give us data now, I'm like, you know what? They're giving us some data here, sure. But I don't think the data is actually accurate. And so that means going forward, I mean, I really haven't done it before because I've been a little bit more skeptical of the government's motives when they do release this type of information. That being said, I don't spring forth all of my my anti-government beliefs onto you guys because you guys are not here for that. Maybe I can make a channel about that, but what do you call it? I'm here just to talk to you guys about technical analysis and stuff. And right now you're seeing a little bit of double bottom happening right here with Bitcoin. We may have an opportunity to spike back up here on the 15-minute chart. Now, am I going to take that trade? No, but this is the opportunity for those that want to have a little breakout there, start heading back up here towards like 57,000. It'd be a decent play, but only if you can catch this bottom, have the stop loss right there, then kind of ride the wave up. November is just around the corner. Yes, it is. So many liquidations in the 40s. That's why nobody wants to go back down there and deal with that. But if we do have a recession because Jerome Powell just didn't understand how the economy worked, yeah, I mean, it could be very bad for Bitcoin and assets across the table, and it could definitely lead to a massive spike down, and then looking at something coming back up. Yeah, it can definitely do that. And hey, FB Kismo, make sure I'm pronouncing your name properly. Appreciate you being here. Hey, Austrian Bro Gamer, happy to see my man. Going small up then dump, trust me. Well, that's what we've been talking about all week. I mean, that's been the play to make. Every time we have these pops, you just don't know exactly how high they're going to go. Generally speaking, this is when you guys want to start shorting. When you have a nice pop like that, you want to short. Nice pop like that, you want to start shorting. Even if you short right here or right here, you know, basically just kind of wait for the 1 hour and the 4 hour charts to give you some heads up that something bad's about to happen. And you're usually going to be fine. I mean, like, look at this. How long have we been seeing this be red? I mean, since Monday, August 26th in the 4 hour chart. And look at that, right? Now we have another change of character happening right here. And we'll see what this does. But you can see we're looking at a big level of support right here, this order block, kind of around $55,000. If we are going to have a nice bounce where it gets a little bit more juicy, it'll be around $55,000. So I'm hoping that we bounce off of 55 and I can kind of attack that a little bit more. And that attack is what's going to be giving me some opportunities to short. But I don't know if I want to actually play the bounce or, you know, I probably not because, again, when everything's pretty bearish, you can't really rely on the signals to give you really juicy profits. They're not as good here. Sometimes they can work out well, but by then you're looking at the daily charts, right? What's happening here? You have some momentum building up there. That's when you can buy when things are bearish, right there, right? Right here, you can buy right there. Right now, we're not there. We're not there at all. Nothing about this is like, ooh, yeah, you know, let me have some fun there. The momentum is going to give you be a huge key for this, and momentum would suggest we are still going down at this point in time. But again, we're trying to hold 55,800. It looks like we're not doing the best of jobs, but you know, we're trying, right? We're trying. This is what day traders are looking for here right now, though. Will Bitcoin sheet or get off the pot? I don't know what that means. Let me type in this very fast. Sheet or get out of the pot. I don't know what that means. I'm not adverse to that. I don't know what that means. If you're talking about is Bitcoin going to finally go up or go down or something like that, Bitcoin would suggest it's going to continue coming down here for a while. If whales come in or we have some really good news, I mean, we could really liquidate a lot of shorts, but it's going to take some type of catalyst to do so. Organically, Bitcoin is heading down right now. I wish I've been saying the same thing for a while now, but it's just, yeah, there's nothing changing here. Like, we've had some spikes where we have opportunities, and I tell you guys, hey, we have an opportunity right here. Like right here, we had an opportunity to go sideways, bounce back up, and then hold steady for a while. We didn't take it. Over here, we had an opportunity, but we crashed back down. Over here, we had an opportunity to hold. That's fine right here. But yeah, we just weren't able to hold these. And where I think you start to see Bitcoin do very, very well again is basically when the MACD starts to turn bullish again. MACD, RSI, stochastic. when you get these bad boys going green, I mean, you get some really beautiful things happening out of that. Let me go over here. And let me just actually open this up right here so I don't have to worry about it. Weekly. And let's get rid of the colored candles for now. Right? After a long consolidation where you get some choppiness right here, when you get those greens plus a breakout, that's kind of what I'm looking for. And historically, we've just been using those Fibonacci levels here as the breakout points. So if I back up over here very fast, you see this green line, yellow line, red line. Momentum after breaking out, right there. Momentum after breaking out. We actually already had momentum there. Good. We had no breakout there, unfortunately. But that's kind of the moves you're looking for. Or you could be looking for a change of character plus all the momentum. That's something I like. But the weekly chart, we've only had one change of character there. And one change of character way up here. So we really don't have much of those. But those are the golden opportunities to buy for a cycle. Right now, you know, nice buying opportunity, all that good stuff. But yeah, right now Bitcoin's still bearish. I'm hoping we can get bullish, but yeah, that has not been a good look there. Let's get rid of this right now. I don't like seeing that getting torn up apart. And then let's back up here. And then let me push this back over. Let's close the stochastic down a little bit for us. There we go. Okay. So we can kind of see what Bitcoin's doing right now. I bought Bitcoin back then it was when it was 10K. Oh, then you're fine. You don't really have to worry about these moves because you're thinking much more long term, right? I have some Bitcoin from a while ago that's like I bought it like $3,500 and I haven't sold it, haven't done anything. I got to find a place to live for a year where I don't have to pay crypto taxes and I'm gonna sell it all in that country. That's the way I plan to do it. I mean, but Bitcoin's only down about 3% today, which is not good, but it's not terrible. Things like WIF are down 8%. Ape token's up 6%. What's going on with Ape token right now? Has it come down so far that people actually want to buy it back up? Getting rejected by the 50-day moving average? Yeah, what's going on with Ape token? Popcat's down 11% after that really good day. Mog is down 11%. Oh, Mog is breaking down here as well. Wow. Yeah, Mog's coming down. Maybe back down to the 71.57, way back over here. But yeah, Mog is not having a great last few weeks. How much has this thing fallen down? The peak, I guess I would say. 69%? Holy fuck. That's in a month and a half. Mog is down 70%. Month and a half, 70%. I mean, it's used to doing that, right? But it's still coming down hard right now. I think Mog might be kind of dying off here a little bit. Let me go over here to coinmarketcap.com for us very fast. Last 30 days. Helion's up, Sui's up, Aave's up, you know, artificial intelligence, yeah, Tron's up. Now, is Mog on the top 100 here? I don't think Mog's in the top 100 anymore, so that means, scroll down. Must be in the top 200. There you go. Yeah. 154. It's down 40% in the last 30 days. That's almost half the value gone. The market cap of Mog is all the way back down to 277 million. Wow. I mean, if you're ever looking for a time to buy Mog at a big discount, I guess this is it. But I mean, wow. And still year to date, it's up 1,500%. How are the Tron tokens doing? These are still down quite a bit. Yeah, I'm going to have to buy some of the Sundog, Sun, and JST. But like I said, they're going down because Bitcoin's going down. So might as well make some money off of it. I'll get a discount on it. Wink is still down a little bit to 85 million. And these ones are so small, I don't know. The coconut chicken is one I might buy if I can find out where to buy it. I don't know where you could buy this at. Let me see. Coconut chicken. XT.com. I don't have an account there. And SunSwap V2. Yeah, I don't want to swap for a token. When it gets on an exchange, maybe Weeks. I think Weeks is the one that has the most tokens in the US. Oh, let's see. I think it has this Wink Link token. Binance Gate, because I don't have access to any of these. Don't have access to any of these. 2bit? Maybe I have access to 2bit. Weeks, there it is right there, yeah. So that's why I kind of have to buy all my tokens. I don't want to pay for gas fees. I really don't. So let's get out of there. Get out of here very fast. There we go. So this is where it's going to make the market move even more tomorrow. If this is bad, Bitcoin's going to like $50,000, $52,000. So this is what I want you guys to understand. If you guys want to wake up early and be aware of what's happening, you guys can. I think it's going to be announced like at 5:30 in the morning, like really early in the morning for somebody out here on the West Coast. So I'm not going to be up for that. But I mean, look at that. You know, I don't know if they're leaving their job or what, but they're smiling, so they must be going to work. Maybe, I don't know. Are you going to smile when you fight? I don't know. Let's see. The Wall Street consensus is for non-farm payroll growth of 161,000 for August and a slight decline in unemployment rate to 4.2%, according to the Dow Jones. And that kind of flies in the face of what we just heard from ADP, whatever it's called. And so that's why people are going to freak out a little bit. It says, however, recent data, including a massive downward revision to previous counts, has pointed towards a sharp downturn in hiring and has put some downside risk into that forecast. Again, the government has been absolutely horrible with analyzing data. And it's been doing a horrible, horrible job. So, do you even want to trust the data that comes out tomorrow? I think if it's very good data, we'll be skeptical. If it's very bad data, we're going to believe it. That's a horrible situation to be in. Another reason I think Bitcoin's kind of bearish right now. What's the trend line indicator that I have? That's just, this is built into Price Action Concepts. It's a paid one by Lux Algo. Basically, you can do your own trend lines. You can kind of imagine it in your head. That's what I typically do. But yeah, it's called Price Action Concepts. Has a bunch of little tools and whatnot in here. I'm friends with the owner, and so I get it for free. It's pretty good. Same thing with Market Cipher, right? But yeah, it's good. It has colored candles if you want to do that. Show high week lows. There's a whole bunch of stuff you can have in here that I don't. But you can check a lot of stuff off here for like fair value gaps, premium discount zones, yada yada yada. But yeah, it's that. I got a link to it down below if you want to try it out. But it's a paid one, so you might not like it, you may not like it. You can always try to go over to indicators and type in trend lines and see if there's some free ones there. Or if you have a premium account like I do, you can always go over to indicators, metrics, and strategies, and you can type in what is it? Patterns. I think if you just type in patterns, it shows up. Patterns? No. All chart patterns? No. Automated patterns. Oh, there it is. Yeah, auto trend lines is in here too. But this is only if you do the premium version. And I don't recommend people buy the premium version of TradingView until November for Black Friday, because you get it for like 70% off. So instead of paying like $700 a year for it, I think the price goes down to like $250 or $300 like that. So you just want to buy that one day, and it's like a 13-month package. And so at the next Black Friday, again, you're going to make a whole new fresh account and take that 70% discount instead of, it's worth it just to wait for the Black Friday specials. I'll make another video about it. My video goes viral every year because I know how to game the SEO for that type of stuff. Literally, my videos go sideways or like slowly up every year, and then boom, right there they pop. But here's auto trend lines. Let's take off Luxagos. Let's go over here to the weekly chart. Oh, I don't like the way this looks on this one. Hold on a second here. Let me do this on another chart that's actually just like fresh, nothing there. Let's take off that. There we go. Automated. Oh, just gotta type in auto, I guess. Auto, okay, auto trend lines, there we go. And, it's not the best. It's in beta. You can see a trend line there. Maybe on a 4-hour chart. Breakout. Kinda. Yeah, it's not my cup of tea here, but it's doing something, I guess. It looks like it's a little bit better for support. No, I don't know. Yeah, it's not that great. This one's not too great. Again, it's bars to break out, lines both, large, small. That's curvy line. I don't know what the heck this thing is doing. Okay, this one might not be the best. I think there was one that says like auto patterns though, and that one I actually liked. Oh, it's called all chart patterns. And then there you go. Right. Following wedge, bottom two, hoping for a breakout, target up here. We just talked about hopefully having a breakout here, but let me see if I can. There's a way to change this up. Price targets all. So it'll give you patterns like this. But this one I think is also, you got to pay for this. This is by premium trading view stuff. This one I think is a little bit more useful, kind of fun. The falling wedge when it breaks, or the rising wedge breaks down, it doesn't really do much though. So you got to really zoom in and out to kind of see what's going on. I prefer looking at the 4-hour chart. All right. See double tops breaking down, also hitting support levels. It can be a mess sometimes, which is why usually I kind of ignore a lot of this stuff and I look at the momentum. The momentum is so much nicer to me. But yeah, you can play around with a lot of stuff on here. There's a double top that worked out really well. Yeah, that's beautiful. Target one. I wonder what target two was, but yeah. Said a breakout right there, target right there. Yeah, that didn't happen. But you get the point though. Yeah, there's plenty of tools, but usually they're paid tools. But again, it's not hard to put a trend line on a chart. It's just, it's the ease of just not having to do it. There we go. But again, even this one, sometimes those trend lines add up when they're not supposed to. These ones, they're not supposed to be there, but I typically don't care too much about them. Oh, there you go. Yeah, no worries, man. Free game. They appreciate it. Yeah, like honestly, hold on. Let me go to incognito mode. What's it called? Trading view prices. Yeah, subscription. So if you go annually, the premium costs let me go here. The annual is $50 a month. If you go monthly, like most people, it's $60 a month, right? But if you go to what's it called? Trading View Black Friday. Let's see. Yeah, there's my video right there. And it basically goes over it. I have to show you guys the video just because I don't have the ability to find that exact the exact price on that day, but I know it's always the same thing. There you go. Okay, there you go. Yeah, so it goes to $217 for 13 months, plus 1 month free. Look at that. $217, or you can pay $600 a year. $600 or $217. This is a great value. And plus, it's only $1 more than Plus. So why would you ever get this? It's like $100 more basically than this. But I mean, Essential is pretty much worthless in comparison to Premium. So yeah, I'd highly recommend. Dude, I was fucking bald back then. Damn, I forgot. I highly recommend when you have to make that choice in November, save up a couple $100, buy it. You are not going to regret it because you get it for 13 months. And it says 13 months so you don't try to buy it again. But honestly, I think you can double stack your subscriptions. Like, explore our plans. I got current. No, I can't buy them yet. But yeah, basically, you want to buy this on that Black Friday sale. I think it's Black Friday and Cyber Monday sale. It goes from a red background to a blue background. Red is Black Friday, and then blue is Cyber Monday. I think it is. So it's a great deal. I never tell anybody to buy TradingView any other time besides that. If you are going to be using it, just pay month to month and just get it over with. And then once that happens, you're good to go. You don't even need premium month to month. Just get the plus, whatever it's called. It's perfect. Hey, the Bitcoin realist, that's a legit deal. Can I upgrade if I already have a plan but use your referral? Oh, just made that today scalping. See, exactly, right? And hey, her, I'm happy to see my man. So I don't know. I remember, so when I got it for this year, I was able to upgrade it over my last year's one. I don't know if they're going to allow that. I mean, that's like everybody's really penny pinching this year. They're really penny pinching because the economy is kind of on this little weird, like the government says everything is fine, the media says everything's fine, but you go out and the reality is like, damn, shit's kind of funked up right now. So there's kind of that feeling, and companies understand that as well, right? Because they have to make the money. What I would say is, I have a referral link down below, right? For TradingView. You can use that if you want to, if it doesn't allow you to redo your membership using the Black Friday sale, right? But if you can't use it, I'd appreciate it if you use the link, and then you get the 70% discount, all that type of stuff. But I don't know for sure this year, but last year I believe I was able to. I think last year I was able to. But I've also had like 10 different accounts with TradingView over the years, so yeah, something different. And thanks to Bitcoin Realist, I appreciate it. What's right here? Bitcoin Pabagoo. We're going to get to the moon galoo. I'm hoping we do. I mean, right now, we're just in this bearish move right now, right? I think the best way to show it to you guys is just go to the hourly chart. You guys can see it's not been pleasant, right? It just has not been pleasant. We're still falling, still falling, still falling. Somewhere down here, we're going to find some support, and we're going to have a violent rebound back up. That's where the beauty is going to be. But we might just have a really bad day tomorrow. Like if jobs are not good tomorrow, Bitcoin could go back down, you know, what, like $3,500, 6-7% in one day, and then that's where you kind of buy and you kind of play the hype up again. One of the things that we need to have on here though too, when we're talking about maybe an hour chart or 4-hour chart, is we have to put on the new not trend line, so we have to put on the new. Get rid of that little dot there. Go here very fast. What am I thinking about? Oh, simple moving averages. It's called different. Oh, no. Yeah, they call it moving average simple. I don't know why they changed the name. Back in the day, it was just called moving average. But what I wanted to do here is make this a 50. I'm going to do this a hot pink thick. And we need to be this to be for the weekly chart. There we go. So we bounced off of it right over here. I know there's a lot of stuff going on here, sorry. But you can see how we bounced off. We may not bounce off of this again. We may just break right through it. And that'll be a hard level of resistance to get back above. Not the end of the world, but it just, you know, breaking down through that makes it a very violent move for Bitcoin. And we could be looking at a very violent move for Bitcoin, which would not be good. Back up a little bit here to Bitcoin back on the weekly chart. That pink line is the 50 line right here, right? Even back over here, we never broke down below it. Over here, you know, it was a resistance for a while, but ever since we kind of kicked off this bull market back over here in March of 2023 last year, you know, post banking crisis with Silicon Valley Bank going down, we haven't been below that line as far as like closing below it. I mean, we're on the verge of just like tanking right here, and that's not what anybody wants to see. Which again is why I'm like, damn, I really hope we can get some volatility here, because everybody and their mom on X, TikTok, whatever, they keep on showing you that chart where it kind of has a circle around this type of stuff, and then it has a circle around like this type of stuff over here, and it's like, oh, that equals that. And I'm just like, not necessarily. The economy was a lot different over here with free money being pumped into the system. There ain't no more free money being pumped into the system over here, especially going into the hands of people like, you know, you and me and stuff. I wasn't eligible for the free money thing back in the day, but I mean, I know it was pretty good, and I know people use it to buy crypto, load it into the markets and stuff like that. We're not seeing that happen right now, and I think that's the concern I really have. Like even going back over here to over here, you know, there wasn't really much after that happened. The way Bitcoin's going, you could definitely see a spike down here to the 40s, if you will. I'm not going to say exactly what 40 because I have no idea. Maybe to the mid 40s, whatever. And then eventually we kind of continue on going into the year, because we're going to eventually hit like 100,000, 104,000, then maybe up there 150, 175, yada, yada, yada. But we may have a violent correction a violent capitulation, and then we kind of launch. So I'm kind of, remember what we talked about last night? I'm in the process of trying to figure out where I want to have some limit orders, because I think if Bitcoin crashes while I'm sleeping or something like that, or maybe I'm out of town, I don't know what it could be. Perhaps what I'll do is I'll have a limit order down here back at like $46,000. I'm going to have one here at 42, maybe one over here at 45 or something. And I'm just going to have this zone where Bitcoin crashes when I'm sleeping. I'm going to be able to buy it back up, because anywhere down here, if Bitcoin crashes, I'm talking about crashing, right? The violent move on the upside is going to be worth so much money that I'm just going to be there to sell it off. And this is going to be for altcoins, not just Bitcoin. A short example of Bitcoin would be, let's say we tapped into it right here. We launched back up. That's like 33% gain for Bitcoin in like 14 days. Let's say we don't actually sell that high. Let's say I'm looking for something more like 20% instead of 30%. You still make that money. But altcoins are where everything is at. And then, of course, if you're looking at those types of things, all you got to do is look at that daily momentum and see what's happening, right? Right over here, dying off a little bit, dying off a little bit. Took a little bit of time to get there, right? Bearish, bearish, bearish. You start to have the stochastic change right here. And this is where I kind of bought last time, and I bought over here. Bought over here, sold right here. Small profit, right? But good profit. Next time, I'm hoping to try to catch the falling knife by having limit orders just stacked down here, so I don't have to worry about all that stuff changing around. And then when momentum starts to build back up here, you can see like, okay, we're good, we're good, we're good, good. Green finally hits off there. Look at that. You know you can sell somewhere over here. But that's going to be a hard thing to do, because, again, you just have money locked up and waiting. The 4-hour chart gives you a little bit more of a heads up. The 1-hour chart after crashes is usually okay. The issue with it is it's not as reliable. You can see we were coming down kind of hard here. We had some green there, kept on coming down, some green there, kept on coming down. So you're gambling a little bit. But again, this is why you just have the limit order with no leverage, because you can just plop your money there, wait, and it gets hit, and then boom, you're bouncing back up. But it'd be in the mid 40s, basically. It wouldn't be the low 50s. I think we could easily reach the low 50s. I don't think, I think the mid 40s are kind of where things get a little bit more difficult here. COVID relief check, right? Yeah. So I wasn't authorized to get those. I made too much money. Sucks. I don't really think government does that. But what do you call that money did a lot of good things for Bitcoin, I have to say. I was in university that time, took 2K stimmy and threw a majority into Bitcoin and crypto. That's the smart thing to do. Invest, invest, invest. Plus, I'm in California resident, and we got some extra small bonuses as well as a few hundred. Oh, so that's really nice right there. I think Washington did a good job from what I hear. I had to help a few friends get unemployment. I know how to game the system as far as like bureaucracy stuff. Not in the way of like knowing people to get what you need, but basically like in Washington State, we try to be very liberal, and we try to have like 5 different languages. Like if you call the unemployment office, you can talk to like people in 5 different languages, like Spanish, English, Vietnamese, Chinese, and Russian. Like, so I would have them call and pretend like they're a Russian, right? And then when you get when they call you back on the little callback number, or you get your call through, you can just say, "Oh, I'm so sorry, I'm so confused about what I'm doing here. I've never done this before," and they'll help you all the same. You know what I mean? Not every state has the ability to do that though. But I did some videos way back in the day talking about this type of stuff, way back in the day, before I started getting really hype into crypto. Remember, around that time is when I saw Dogecoin. I just bought it kind of like on a whim. And then all of a sudden, boom, Dogecoin was popping. I was like, oh shit, I got a YouTube channel. I could talk about this shit because I like talking about crypto. And boom, channel was born. Just kept a sliver to pay rent and groceries. I mean, there you go. I mean, it's nice. This is why I missed my place downtown Tacoma with the waterfront view and everything, because like during that COVID time, it was kind of peaceful, not as much construction and stuff. And then you just, you got the whole town for yourself because nobody was going into the city anymore. So it's like just the people in the city or the ones moving in the city, right? If you didn't live in the city, you didn't really have a reason to go into the city because all the bars were closed, everything was closed. There was graffiti all over the walls of the big buildings saying rent checks or like rent halts or whatever it is. Don't pay your rent, all types of crazy shit. And I was like, damn, it was happening. What's my settings on the RSI and MACD? They are standard. They are always going to be standard for me. The only thing that I change is my stochastic here because I don't like the way the stochastic looks when it's not fine-tuned for me. So squeeze this down. Let's squeeze this down. There's your stochastic that I have, and then there's this is the standard stochastic. You see how much how many signals you get on this one. So many signals, so many signals. And generally speaking, they're still the same shape, right? This one gives you a sell signal right here, or a little bit of a warning signal, let's say right here. Warning signal right there. This one gives you a warning signal right there. This one is a little bit better towards the top. This one is a little bit better at saying, hey, something bad's about to happen. I want to know something bad's about to happen because I already have my price targets in my head. I don't need the stochastic to help me out with that. I want the stochastic to help me out with figuring out, hey, when should I be opening up a trade? So it's going to verify some ideas in my head. But you can see how shaky this one is compared. So this one has the standard 14, 1, and 3. I don't like these whatsoever personally because, again, look how shaky that is. Maybe on a daily chart or something, it's a little bit better, but not really, right? So what I did is I chose 21, 5, and 5, I believe is the number I chose. No. Get out of here. There we go. Yeah, there we go. 21, 5, and 5. So the K is 21, the K smoothing, or let's say K length is 21, K smoothing is 5, and D smoothing is 5 as well. And I think that gives me a little bit less choppiness in the signals, and I like that quite a bit here. I don't know where my chart went. There you go. Yeah. But I typically like that a little bit more. It's just like an extra part of my toolkit here for dealing with the MACD and the stochastic. But I typically will not change the other settings there. You can, but my system of trading is built off of momentum on the higher time frames and how that kind of works with the lower time frames. Okay, so if the daily chart looks really bullish, I feel really confident doing day trades long on, or scalping long on the 5 and 15-minute charts, especially when there's a breakout or something, right? All right, now, where some people want to change up the MACD and the RSI, and I completely understand this, is they are going to change it if they don't necessarily care what's going on with the daily chart, the 4-hour chart. They want to scalp that 5, 15, 20-minute chart, something like that, or even half an hour chart. You're looking at those only, and that's where you have to make your MACD and your stochastic just a little bit more like an EMA over a standard SMA. It's going to have to be a little bit more, what would you call that word? Perceptive. It's going to give you those signals a little bit more choppiness, but you're going to get those signals just a little bit faster. And the way I chose my 2155 was just basically got my Costco card. Was basically doing a bunch of trial and error with ChatGPT. I was saying, hey, I don't like the standard stochastic indicator on my chart. I want to have it be a little bit more smooth because it's giving me a lot of false signals here, and I want something that I can do divergences with, but at the same time, it's not going to give me a choppy signal every freaking 5 minutes. So it gave me a lot. I think the one I chose, the 2155, I think it was like the 25th or 27th one it gave me out of like 50. And I kept on saying, hey, I want this one. I'm testing it out. Yeah, this is the situation I'm running into. I don't like it. It would give me a few other ones, and then of course, yeah, finally gave it to me. But yeah, it took like maybe 2 hours to figure that out. And I like it because my strategy typically works pretty well. And even when it doesn't, and let's say I lose money on a trade, I'm okay with that because the overall direction of my portfolio is growing. And that's all I really care about here, especially when you're thinking about stocks. If you guys think like the stock market, the crypto markets, while Bitcoin's bouncing off this, let me show you guys this here very fast. Breakouts. I keep on looking into the camera, remembering that I don't have my face on in this version. All right, so here's the weekly chart for Google here. Right? So you can see right here, momentum is on our side from here. Stochastic is also getting green, and the RSI is also getting green right here. Right? Everything is pretty much fine. So if you're looking to hold for a few months off of a weekly chart, you can start buying and adding to your position right here and seeing what happens. We went down, back over. Everything is still green here. Momentum is still fine. Stochastic a little bit weak. Same with the RSI, but momentum is there. So you keep on dollar cost averaging, and then you're fine. You're kind of happy. Go over here to the daily charts. Bad earnings report over here. We already had bad momentum going into that though. Again, bearish. You're not really holding on to that. Even though it's green, you're not really holding on to it. Plus, you have a change of character after the earnings report, plus everything being bearish. You can be fine right here. And you can see we kind of bounce back off of the stochastic right over here. If you wanted to, you could sell right there, although you probably hit your price target over here on the 26th, way back over here. Or you can keep on kind of riding the wave. It really depends on what you're looking for. Of course, if the weekly chart is still with you on the momentum, all being bearish right here, you're typically fine to continue holding on to that short position, although you have the green change of character there. But again, bullish. Change of character right there. You can buy that wave and do fine. You see how it's starting to get choppy over here a little bit? You can sell over here if you want to. Who would have known what happened with Google if we didn't have this earnings report? So, again, everything's moving in the right direction right here. Everything's moving in the right direction. It went down for a little bit, but again, it's still overall going up, and I think that's the good thing here. You got to watch out for earnings reports, though, because those can just be absolutely brutal. They can make things work out, or they can really crush it down, which is why typically I show this with you guys with crypto. But even go over here to Google's 1 hour chart, right? You know, it's bearish, of course. We looked at the daily chart. It's been bearish for a while. You take those moves, and you have some fun with them, right? Again, you're really doing some small day trades. That's about it, but oh, that's a lot of craziness right there. The market opens up right here, though. You take that trade, you play it down, and again, you're fine. You can hit some support levels, whatever. You can take these moves and have some fun with them. Even with something like NVIDIA, which has just been a dumpster fire over the past few months, right? Beautiful moves right there. Actually, I don't know what the daily charts and weekly charts look like for this one, but right? Momentum is not on your way. Stochastic is not on your path. RSI. Now, if you follow the signals, you're not worrying about these big drops over here. You don't have to worry about them. Dailies. Look at all that bearish momentum. Everything kind of like looking not too good. Started not looking good back over here on June 20th, right? And overall, it didn't end up coming rolling back down. It just gives you a heads up, you know? Because we're not the people that make these moves right here. That's the big Wall Street institutions. All we know is like, hey, something bad's happening. Let's get rid of our position. Let's, you know, get ready to buy something. But typically, I don't worry about it too much. With Wall Street, I just try to, you know, scale out ahead of them tanking the market or something. Because again, remember, they brought down NVIDIA like 13% a day. I mean, talk about just shit. Let's bring this back over here very fast. There we go. All right. See, Washington State is legit. They offer commerce services for Cambodians, even though I stay in Cambodia now. What do you call where I used to live? There used to be some type of temple. I don't know if it was Cambodian or something, but like literally right where I used to live as a kid, there was this big old temple over there. Let me see if I can find it for you. I used to live in the ghetto, so it'd be nice. But now I don't. Right? Nice house out in the countryside. In the ghetto, get off the highway, take a right by the old people facility. Oh, it's a Buddhist temple. Yeah, Kermer, yeah, there you go, yeah. It looks really nice when you go see it. I mean, it looks, yeah. All right. I know you guys can't see the full photos and stuff like that. Let me show you this. But yeah, I mean, it was chill seeing all the people there. I mean, there would be a lot of people there. A lot of people there. Chill times. Oops, did not mean to try to log in. But yeah, I used to live over here somewhere as a kid because they kept on tearing down the old houses to build these new houses up. But I used to live over here somewhere. I think it was right over here. No, there's a park. I think I used to live right here, but it was a really bad house because I think I remember this tree over here. I used to climb it as a kid. But yeah. Then we got moved over here. Now that house is torn down as well. No, the house was right here. They got turned into a park. And then I was moved over here. Government housing can be kind of complicated. But I remember just because I like this area in the back. It was supposed to be housing development, but they never turned it into something. So it just turned into like a nice little park. There's like 8-foot ant hills back here. It's freaking insane. Oh, there was back in the day. They probably killed them off, but yeah, it was nice. How did I decide to go to those specific numbers? Oh, I just explained all of that stuff, so you should be good there. I know I'm getting to these messages kind of late. Do you think it's a double bottom for tonight? No, I think Bitcoin can still fall down a little bit more. It's already past market close. I think eventually what's been happening is we've been taking a little bit of a breather at night, and then we've just been getting walloped in the morning. And I think that's going to probably happen again tomorrow because, again, we have jobs numbers coming out. We have the estimate is going to be like for 161,000 jobs. And then we just had the bad news. Oh, let me just go back to CNBC, back to the main website. Oh, where's the ADP number? see. Okay, but yeah, those ADP numbers we talked about when the stream first started, and they were not good. They were not good at all. Not good at all. Oh, so yeah, it's a really nice place. Can I recommend a good crypto future platform? So I'm sponsored by a few of them. It really depends on what you're looking for, especially if you're in the United States or not in the United States. If you're not in the USA, KuCoin, BitGet, and Binance are usually where people tend to go. They're easy to get in there and stuff like that. If you are in the USA like me, I got a few links down below. Fairdesk got moved into JumpX, so it's now called JumpX. JumpX is if you want to trade larger market cap coins like a Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, plus a few other tokens in there as well, like maybe 20 or 30 different tokens you could trade. Weeks is if you want to trade every token under the freaking sun, and that means that you want to trade meme coins with like a $9 million market cap. That's how crazy they are with the different tokens they offer, which is crazy. I kind of like it, but damn, when you're dealing with volatile tokens like that, you have to open and close every trade, not with a market order, but with a limit order to make sure you protect yourself because the volatility is going to be up there. And the last one's going to be Blowfin there. That's kind of a mix between the two. So if you want to trade a lot more Bitcoin and meme coins at the same time on the same exchange, and still be fine with it, Blowfin's going to be your best bet there. It really just depends on what you want to trade. For most of you guys, I think JumpX is going to be the best choice for Bitcoin and Ethereum trades, and that's because I got you guys a good deal with my when I negotiated my deal with them. You guys become VIP level 3, which means you guys pay less fees, and then you get 10% of all of your trading fees back at the end of the day. So if you guys incur $100 of fees in the day because you guys are trading like wild, you guys are going to get $10 back in your spot account every day. So for as long as you guys use the account, you guys are going to be basically getting free 10% back every day. Plus you're in the VIP 3 thing, so you get less fees in the first place. Hold on. We have a needy dog in the house. Hello. Okay, here you go. Yeah. There we go. All right. Yeah, but that's kind of it right there. And hey, Zach, I have not been on Discord as much, so no, I have not seen your message, but I'd like to know if you had any info about the Forte platform, a blockchain gaming company. They own the IP of Project Dragon, just a just canceled game. I don't know anything about them. It's too much from early access. People are trying to figure out a way to make it reality, whether it's to convince the Forte to find the game or buy the IP for them. Forte platform. Let me see. I don't know about them, but so on the 29th, Everhaven World says you can send at Forte a polite message from their official website about wanting Everhaven to be released and suggest selling it to other publishers since Forte chose to cancel the game. Bring back Project Dragon. It's followed by ByteBit. They haven't posted since August 14th, really. Let's see. I don't know. I mean, I don't know anybody at their platform. Normally, if I know somebody, it'll be somebody that like I follow who also follows me, but also follows this company right here. And I don't see that here. You might ask this guy right here, Dean Takahashi. Might be able to mention him, but I don't know. Followed by DB and Montana Wong. So like I might know that guy, but yeah, I'm not entirely sure. I mean, I don't know him, but I could probably say hello to him. No, I'm not entirely sure. We've reached the 7th week of Bring Back Project Dragon, aka Ever, having a cozy fantasy game that we were close to release but canceled by. Response to over 7,000 signatures. Is the response going to get bigger? Yeah, I don't know. It feels like they should just sell it off, but I don't know if they are. They might be taking the loss on it for tax purposes, but I'm not entirely sure. Let's see. Yeah, I haven't seen it in there, so yeah, I'm not entirely sure, Zach. Live here now, super affordable cost of living. Oh, Cambodia? Oh, yeah. So yeah, it's only 3 months away from early access. I don't know. It seems like they moved on to something else, though. That's what it seems like, and they might have had to shut that down as part of like getting everybody on the team ready for this larger move. But I don't exactly know why. From a business standpoint, that's kind of what it looks like. They didn't have the resources to do both projects, and it seems like one project was going to be more lucrative to them, so they kind of just dropped the other one on a ball. But yeah, they really should just sell it. But it could just be for tax purposes. What's right there? Yeah, I mean, look at this. This has not been an easy drop. We've just been bouncing all around. We might even bounce again here. This has not been pretty. Let's see. How's the 12-hour looking? The 12-hour has been bearish the whole time. If you get the 12-hour peeking up a little bit, that might be something to keep you interested in. Back over here, 12-hour peaked back up. We had a decent move where we weren't just falling down. Right now, we're still bearish right at this point, yeah. Let's see. Yeah, because everything's still so bad right now. Even MOG. Talk about MOG breaking down. Look at that thing. That MOG is down about 10% today. Popcat's down about 11% today. It's going to be a while here before things get better. Do you think Ethereum will go down below 2,300? Yes, most likely, yes. Ethereum will most likely start going back down here to like maybe $1,700 to $1,600 before all said and done if we don't get Bitcoin back on track. One of the things that we've been hoping for as far as Bitcoin and Ethereum specifically, is can it hold some of these trend lines? Because it already broke down right there, right? It's already breaking down again there. Maybe you guys looking at this more of a monthly chart. I guess that's probably the way to look at it. Yeah, we've been breaking down for a hot minute. Right here, if you readjust, we're still holding on barely. Let me just put this right here so it looks a little bit nicer. Right? We might be able to hold on, but it looks like the momentum is going to carry us down from here. Hopefully the jobs numbers can make us bounce tomorrow. But if we can't, we're going to first come back down here to about 2,100, right? And then after that, we're dumping back down here towards like 1,500. It'll be a rough experience. I'd be looking to buy up around these levels. But yeah, it'd be very, very rough. You'd be looking at something of an order block down here. But yeah, definitely sub $2,000 if we can't get our act together on this one. Definitely sub $2,000. And hey, Tony, happy to see you, my man. Does somebody got a glass ball if we hold? Oh, I don't know. I don't think we hold, but we'll see. Again, there's a whole bunch of news coming out that can definitely make things better or worse for us as holders, traders, and whatnot. The big news for tomorrow is just the jobs report. I'm going to be asleep during the announcement, so I will not see what's happening until I wake up and I'm like, whoa. What did Bitcoin do today? But I have shorts open right now. I don't have longs open right now. As far as leverage plays, I own a lot of crypto that I'm just hoping it goes up in the future. But yeah. So yeah, it's gonna be a little bit more of a challenge. But tomorrow is gonna be that big day where we see Bitcoin finally have a flush out move on the downside, or we can try to liquidate some of those shorts here, like myself, because I do have some stop losses in place in case we do have like a sudden spike up here. But like my stop loss would be at like $57,000 right now. Not even close to where we are right now at 56,000. So yeah, so a little bit okay there. And always has my happy to help you out. I'm gonna call it a day right now, guys. I'm probably gonna be streaming a little bit later on tonight, but I haven't had any food yet today. I've been drinking IV water, and that's about it. I woke up kind of late this morning because I went to bed kind of late last night, And yeah, that's me. But I will be live, most likely streaming later on. I'm not going to be streaming at like 5 o'clock, whatever time I normally stream, and that's because football is back, and I'm going to watch a football game tonight. And yeah, that's going to be my priority for tonight. Hold on. Loki says hello again, but yeah, Loki says hello. Oh, little bastard. He's smart about it. There we go. But yeah, I will see you guys later on tonight. And basically, you know, Bitcoin's still bearish. I'll let you guys know when it's not bearish, but it's still bearish, which means people are still going to be shorting it. And people like me that are shorting are still going to be making money. But you typically want to short these nice little pops that we're getting. That makes it easier, these nice little pops. Lower highs, as they're called, I guess. But yeah, that's the way to play it right now. I'm not really looking at shorting, like opening up new shorts. I'm just going to keep what I have and wait to see if Bitcoin